you hear me? We get a lot of feedback. I get in the room. Uh, okay, Brandon, did we switch? I think I got kicked out of Zoom and then back into Zoom.
I'm not sure. I started the YouTube stream, so that may have caused a little hiccup, but I think we're good to go.
Okay, we don't. I'm not getting any camera feed from inside the room at all. Did you hear me, Brandon?
Yes, he heard you. He's working on it.
Okay.
We can't see him either, Brandon.
Chair, is your camera on?
I cannot see my camera is on. I cannot see anybody other than myself.
Yes, and we can't see you either. Yeah, we saw you earlier. Will it help if you disconnect and reconnect?
There
It is there. Oh, there we go.
Now we're back. Now we're back. Okay. I say the first item of business is for confirmation of the quorum and the public notice.
We do have a quorum.
And confirmation of the public notice.
The notice was sent.
Okay. In terms of public participation, I guess for those who are in the meeting room, happy in Paducah today, as I understand it, Mayor Bray is there, and we'll make some opening comment. Mayor Bray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can everybody hear me? Yeah, I guess I can. So thank you, Mr. Chair, and welcome to the Kentucky State Human Rights Commission. It's a real honor to have you in Paducah. I think you were here 3 years ago or 4. I can't recall. I've been mayor for 6. So I just, it's a little bit of a blur. So I apologize for that. It's great to see my friend Doris Saar, a member of the commission. And I would just say that it's been, the city of Paducah has worked very hard to stand up our Human Rights Commission. And they've been hard at work trying to do the work of our local Human Rights Commission for the last couple of years. I'm very proud of the efforts that they're making. They're still on a journey to make sure that that they maximize the value of their efforts in the community. But just having the State Human Rights Commission here in Paducah is a validation that Paducah and Western Kentucky is, in this part of the state, is at the forefront of making sure that human rights are an important part of the fabric of our community. And we welcome each and every one of you and so appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mayor Bray. I say we're back in Western Kentucky. I wish I was available there, but understand some things didn't work out for me. In addition, I understand that from the Paducah Human Rights Commission, their chair John Dawson is there and would also provide some comments as well. Mr. Dawson.
Jana Dawson.
Miss Dawson.
Miss Dawson. Jana.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm reading what they sent me. So go ahead with it, Miss Dawson.
Morning again. And I'd just like to echo again that thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you guys having your August meeting with us. So thank you again. So Paducah Human Rights has been busy, boots on the ground. We've got several activities. We partnered with several. One of our last events that we had was last month. We do a lunch and learn, and what we're trying to do is like maybe every other month, and we're just trying to meet the people where they are. So trying to do this every other month to do a lunch and learn. And what it is, we provide lunch for them. We are partnering with local restaurant Big Ed, so everyone knows Big Ed. So we served over 122 that came through. So it was a great success there. Some of the other things that we're doing, the 8th of August, we're in the parade while we're decorating our truck with, human rights. And we're just trying to get people to know that we are here. The June 10th, we set up a table for the June 10th and gave away, a lot of things, T-shirts, water, but just to, again, Paducah Human Rights is active and we're here. So, and a lot of great feedback that we've had from that. Did you want to chime in?
My name is Daisha Johnson. For those that do not know me, I am the Human Relations Coordinator. I work for the City of Paducah. I'm the staff support person for the Paducah Human Rights Commission. And so when they are out in the community, bringing awareness to their mission and letting the community know that we are here, phone calls and complaints come through my office. My office is also used as a resource center. Although citizens may call and have different situations that may not meet our criteria, I utilize my resource guide to let the community know where they can go to receive assistance. So because Ms. Dawson is doing such a wonderful job with the Paducah Human Rights Commission, you're welcome. With getting the word out, there has been the number of inquiries that have come through my office have increased. I've seen the number of complaints go up. So I'm very proud of the work that we are doing together in our community. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for having the host today. Are there any other guests in the room, Cynthia, that I should recognize?
There may be some people
Or
who
you
want to speak, or at least be recognized. Mr. J.W. Cleary.
I didn't really intend to talk, but I did look around the room and I said, where is Raymond Burris at? Dr. Burris, I just want you to know that I truly appreciate the human rights being here in Paducah again. And Mrs. Fox, I've talked to you so many times on the telephone, but it's really good to know who what your face is with the telephone. But I've been the president of the NACP for the last 35 years. But Raymond, as you know, this is my last year, and I turned things over to my vice president about 6 months ago. And because the time has come that I need to downsize just a little bit. But I just want you to know that I'm not going anywhere, but I really appreciate the human rights being here in Paducah, Kentucky.
Thank you.
So thank you for that, JW. We know you're going to you're a little of the community, and we're happy to be in Paducah. We're happy to be with you and continue to work with you. Are there any others, Cynthia?
Yes, Chairperson Olivia Burr from AKA.
You may need to get closer to a microphone. We're having a tough time hearing you.
Olivia Burr from AKA.
Good morning. This is a surprise for me too. But I am Sarah, and I'm a proud member of Beta Omega Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and we are honored to have you here with us. I'm a past board member from Murray State University, 10 years, and during that time, I learned the job of service, not only through them, but through AKA. So we want to thank you for coming to our small town, showing us grace, mercy, and being here with us. The mayor will be presenting.
Olivia, be careful calling us a small town.
With big ideas.
We are a growing community. So I am honored here today to really honor this sorority, and I wanted to read a letter of commendation, if I could, in public. And I just want to say, on behalf of the city of Paducah, it is my great honor to recognize and commend Alpha Kappa Alpha for your outstanding contributions to our community. Through your dedication, you have made a significant impact on many individuals, and we are fortunate to have your sisterhood as an integral part of our city. Your support work for vulnerable populations, city schools, churches, and other organizations has addressed critical needs in our community and inspired others to take action. The positive change you have fostered is a testament to the power of shared effort and community spirit. As mayor, I have witnessed firsthand the difference Alpha Kappa Alpha has made, and I am grateful for your commitment to make Paducah, Kentucky a better place. You have set a standard of excellence and compassion that resonates throughout our community. In recognition of your exceptional service, it is my privilege to present you this letter of recognition to Alpha Kappa Alpha. Thank you for your continued service, and we look forward to seeing the continued positive change. With deepest appreciation, Mayor George. I look ugly next to you. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate that.
Okay, thank you for the recognition of the AKA's hardworking group. It involved. Are there any other guests?
Anyone that I didn't get your name or have any information, if you'd like to come forward, anybody?
This time.
Yes.
I didn't understand what you said.
There's someone who does want to come forward from the community.
First of all, good morning. Thank you all for having us. Before I get started, I want Ms. Deese to speak for just a minute. Some of the things that she's seen going on in reference of the Housing Authority of Paducah.
My name is Brandy Deese, and I'm one of the residents that live in one of the housing authorities. I've been on the transfer list for 2 years, and I completely gave up on it because they have not moved me. I have a medical condition to where I can't have stairs in my apartment, and I'm in the same apartment. There's also mold in these apartments where I think it's causing my daughter and her little friend to be sick all the time. My daughter has missed so much school last year due to all this mold that are in these apartments. My friend told me they did come out and all they did was wipe down the walls, and that was it. And I told her, I said, well, you're going to have to call somebody else, or go above that, because I think that's the reason why my daughter's sick as well, is the same thing. And the main place that it's in is the bathrooms. And nobody has responded to my messages. I haven't got no callbacks, and I'm just completely giving up on housing authority. It's, making it to where I have to go live somewhere else. But that's all I got.
Okay. Once again, good morning. My name is Donald Wilson. I'm the founder of Community Changes of Kentucky. After 2017, once I retired from the military, I came back home. When I came back home, I came back to give back to my community. I'm a product of the housing authority. Born there, lived, raised there until I went off into the military. Community Change does a lot for our housing authority. My main focus is the housing authority, not just helping, assisting people with rent, utilities, clothes, food. Transportation for our seniors, incentives for our kids that are making good grades. We also provide tuition, scholarships, move-in dorms. So we do a lot for our community. We have a Meemaw that she live in one of the projects, and every time I come home, I go home and talk to her. And she told me, she said, "Donald, you're doing a lot of great things. You and the board members." She said, "But we need help." And when she said she need help, she was talking about the housing, the repairs. You got seniors on disabilities that have doctors note that they should be moving out of these apartments because of the mold and it affecting their health. And 2 years later, they're still in the same apartment. And so I believe there should be some type of investigation on the reason why these seniors are still in the same place and still going to the doctors, trying to get them to move them to another place. But anyway, I know the danger of mold. I know what it can do to you because I was affected by mold. And I live with it each and every day. I have a, asthma pump and this and that. And I just do not want our seniors, not just our seniors, but our kids, family members, living in these apartments. They know they need to be fixed. They need to be clean. Whatever we make. And this may not be the group who I'm speaking with. And I'm also speak with Mayor Bray about this also. See what we can do. I'm not looking as far. No, I'm not going after anybody, leadership. No, I just want it fixed. And I know we have the resources to get this fixed if we all work together. So that's why we came here, just to see if you all can give me some advice or, someone that I can get in contact with. It would be very helpful. A lot of folks didn't want to come because of retaliation. And I understand that. And I told them, hey, do not come. Because at the end of the day, you have to have a place to live. And that's the most important thing to me. So other than that, thank you for your time, and go Big Blue.
Thank you. Are there any others, Cynthia?
I just wanted to clarify, is that authority that was mentioned there in Paducah?
The housing authority is
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other guests, Cynthia?
Oh, we have someone else. Come. Mayor Bray.
I just wanted to address, thank you, Donald. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. The housing authority is a federal, it's HUD. The Paducah mayor does appoint the board. I have been working hard behind the scenes to ensure that I have the right board members there, but that is The influence of the board members is, as I've been told by HUD, is the limit of my, authority. The local housing authority reports up to Louisville, Kentucky, but it sounds like to me that it would be an opportunity for a group of us to collaborate, on some next steps. And as Donald said, if there's any advice or counsel that this group could give us or open any doors, we'd certainly be open to that. But it is something that we are working on and are dedicated to make improvements. So I just wanted to mention that. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you for that. I think where we are as a commission is that the staff will take what you have provided under advisement, and then we'll do what they can do under their statutory authority and get back to you. But in terms of any action today by this body, not.
Chair, I think you're frozen.
I've gotten kicked off again. And say I'm not certain what's going on, but I've gotten kicked off again. I don't know if y'all heard my last comments about staff taking what has been presented and being responsible for getting back to them. Any other guests, Cynthia?
Not that I know of that want to speak. However, Chair, I would like to
Okay.
give our appreciation to Reverend Henderson. They fed us very well last night at dinner, and we thank you so much for your hospitality, along with the SOARs of AKA. We really appreciate it.
Okay. Okay. Next item on the agenda is consideration approval of the minutes from our May 21st and June 11th meetings. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Minutes stand approved. We now move to sections report. The first one's up to Executive Director Cynthia.
Good morning again. I just wanted to let everyone know that the HUD contract with our agency was concluded on June 30th. We did meet our contract, and Enforcement Supervisor Cedric Irvin will elaborate a little bit more on that. The EEOC contract ends on September 30th. We have been contacted and asked to request an upward modification, so we're well on track of not only meeting but exceeding that contract. We are also participating in training with EEOC for reasonable accommodations, and so we had staff that participated with that. As far as personnel, we have 2 enforcement officer positions that were recently filled, and we welcome to the enforcement unit Kara Smith, who was a previous intake officer under Juan Pena. She now works in the enforcement unit with Cedric Irving. And we also have another new enforcement officer, Amanda Nikki Shortzel. And so their official introductions will be made by their supervisor, Cedric Irving Jr., during his report. during the last, since the last meeting in June, 64 cases were presented for review and approval, and 50 were employment cases, 10 were housing cases, and 4 were public accommodation cases. Of the 50 employment cases, 42 were no probable cause, 1 was an administrative closure, 3 were withdrawn with settlement, and 4 were withdrawn without settlement. And of the 10 housing cases, 6 were no probable cause, 2 were administrative closures, and 2 were reconciliations. Of the 4 public accommodations cases, 3 were no probable cause, and 1 was an administrative closure. I also want to mention, as far as outreach, and Juan Pena will elaborate a little more, we had a local commission boot camp that was held by the Education and Outreach Unit. And we thank the Paducah Human Rights Commission for coming to Louisville and participating in that boot camp. We really appreciate your participation. It was very successful. I think we've learned some things from each other. And wanted to mention, not only to the people here, but also to our commissioners, the state fair will be going on in Louisville, Kentucky from August 20th to August 30th. And if any commissioners are interested in staffing the booth, as you did last year, please let Juan Pena know. He has slots that are still available. I wanted to just announce as well that the Franklin Simpson County Human Rights Commission will be celebrating their 26th anniversary on Saturday, August 22nd. And we will be participating in that event as well. And finally, although the nomination process has ended, we will be hosting the 2026 Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Fame induction ceremony in November, and on November the 19th in Frankfort, Kentucky. And we hope that you will be able to join us for that induction ceremony. Are there any questions about my report?
Any questions for Cynthia? Any questions? So I got one. What does requesting an upward modification mean, and what's the impact of it?
Basically, what that is that we can request, our contract was 150, and we can request to have the contract modified to a higher number, so that we would therefore possibly be paid for a higher number of processed cases. Okay. It's not guaranteed, but if we don't request it, we definitely won't get it. So it's an opportunity. The cases are there. One of the reasons that we were asked to do a upward modification is because we've already met that contract number. And so the request is that they modify our original contract for this year to a higher number, and so that we could possibly be paid for that higher number.
Okay. Thank you for that. Any other questions for Cynthia? Okay. Hearing none, let's move to budget and personnel. Brandon.
Step up to the podium so virtual attendees can see me. You have my report before you. It's not very meaningful. It is the first month of the fiscal year, so the month of July is actually exactly the same as the year-to-date totals, and it's a partial month due to the meeting being moved up, so it didn't capture at least a portion of July's expenditures. So I'd be happy to field any questions at this time, but I do understand this report is not as meaningful as the others are.
Any questions for Brandon? None.
And Chair, I will say, you might want to turn your camera off to help with the audio lag on your end. It might help alleviate some of that until it's needed. Who's next? Cedric? Well, all right. If you have any questions, I'll be over there.
Yeah, I say Cedric.
Good morning, Commonwealth of Kentucky and Paducah, Kentucky. Thank you for your hospitality. It's been great. I'm going to get started on my report. So you have the housing report before you. I want to point out one thing. There's a case that says not assigned and has a high average case rate. It's just that one case. That case actually has a finding already. It's just the documentation has not been turned in yet. So I wanted to throw that out there for the commissioners who might see that high number and wonder why is that case still open. But that case has a finding and will be submitted and will not be on the report next month. As far as piggybacking off of what Cynthia said, real quick, I'm sorry, not Cynthia, sorry. What the director Cynthia said, we submitted from July 1st of 2025 to June 30th of 2026, which is the processing year for our mutual agreement with HUD. We submitted 108 cases. Out of the 108 cases, 106 of the cases were approved for payment. What that means is that they reviewed the case and agreed with the finding and the documentations that were submitted. The two cases that did not get approved, one was a duplicate case, meaning that it was filed, but we already had one filed similar to it, so we canceled that case. The other one was a transfer from HUD. So it showed up as a closed investigation, but we didn't investigate it. The individual, the complainant, we never got a hold of to notarize the complaint, so therefore that was closed. It looks like a closure investigation, but we did not investigate that case. So now these numbers are not typical. This is not usual to have 108 cases. I want to thank the housing. They got to it this year, this processing year. They did a great job investigating. We care about thorough and timely investigations, and they put that on the table and worked very hard. Majority, two of them at a time doing it, and that's a lot of cases. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for how hard they worked. Also, the number of cases right now is 14. That is not accurate as of right now. It's over that with more I have to actually assign. So that number is higher than what it is now. But just over time, the housing and what they've done is amazing in the sense of the hard work they have done to decrease those cases, decrease the case age of those cases, and do thorough investigations. When it comes to employment, if you see the contractual level agreement was 143, but I had 150 on here because they have switched it. We've already submitted 179 employment cases. I want to once again shout out the employment investigators. They work hard. I'm talking about their case ages are high. They do the best they can. Sometimes I think people forget we serve 120 counties. So we serve all counties and complaints come from every county. And so they are working hard and diligently to make sure they're doing timely and thorough investigations. That's very important to me and very important to the commission. And this actual number is not even accurate by the time this was done. We have more cases that have been submitted and more cases that have been accepted since my report was submitted. Outside of that, I don't think it's much more that I have as far as that is concerned. I want to talk about KECC. So KECC is the okay. Oh, I forgot about the new staff. I'm sorry, you had done it. So I'm sorry. So I do have two new staff. They weren't able to join. Kara Smith, who is an employment investigator, and Nikki, who also is an employment investigator. So they're coming in to help with Nikki's only like 2-3 weeks in. So they're coming in to help with the caseload of employment to also lower that case age down and also lower cases down as well per investigator. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm working with them hard so we can do the best we can for Paducah and every other county in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. When it comes to the gentleman that came up and spoke, I would say, as far as I heard some things a little different than yesterday that you said, I would say talk with intake or fill some complaints online, and we can view and see if it's something we can do. I would give you that advice. Like the chair said, we cannot answer you or nothing like that today, but I would encourage you to just do the increase in intake, and want to talk more about that as far as that goes. But yeah, I'm grateful for my staff. You don't know how excited I am and grateful for what my staff has done. This is one of the best numbers I've seen in employment since I've been in the commission, as far as the work that they're doing, and they're working hard. And I love it. I'm happy. I am. I'm very grateful for that, and housing as well. Outside of that, I have nothing else as far as that goes. We had training. We did have training with EEOC on ADA and disability regarding that. So that was a good training for the staff. So I'm going to switch gears, but I guess before I switch gears, I will ask if y'all have any questions as far as the actual report in front of me, my actual report.
Any questions for Cedric? Okay.
Right, I'll move on to KCC. So KCC is Kentucky Employees Charitable Campaign. That is a campaign that's done across the state, and it helps charities across the state serve people in education, resources for homelessness, March of Dimes, things of those natures. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because for the commissioners, we'll send this out. We have a fundraiser, and it's under KCC. So I want to be clear. This has nothing to do with the Kentucky Commission on Human Rights. It's Kentucky Employees Charitable Campaign, which is a separate entity that me and another person is on as far as that board is concerned. Not board, but that entity is concerned. We have a game at the Riverbacks. We're selling tickets for the Riverback games, and every ticket sold, KCC gets $5 a pop from that. And now, if y'all know who the Riverbacks are, that's a semi-pro baseball team in Jefferson County, which is under the umbrella of the Cincinnati Reds. So we'll be sending that out to the, this is more for the commissioners. Y'all can come too if y'all want. I don't want to drive up and go to that, but this is more for the commissioners as far as this goes. We'll be emailing that to you. So if you see an email regarding that about purchasing a ticket to the game, I didn't want it to be a surprise of what this was. Also, you may not see me at the next commission meeting because I have a baby on the way, which you already knew that. But the baby is due September the 12th, but it may come early, so I just wanted to let y'all know that you may not see me there. That concludes my report and what I have to say.
Okay, Cedric, thank you for that, and really thank your staff for the work in terms of cases down and fees down. It's taken a lot to get to that point, and it's something the commissioners have monitored really, I think, for the last, probably in earnest, the last 4 years or maybe half years. It's great to see that progress, and you and your staff are be to commended for that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Next, we move to Education Outreach 1.
Good morning, commissioners. So my name is Juan Peña, Staff Assistant, and I oversee 2 units or 2 sections in a commission. One is in education outreach, just for the information of the public. That's the unit that's tasked to go out in the community and educate the public about the rights and responsibilities under the Kentucky Civil Rights Act. And the other part is the intake. So all the inquiries, complaints that comes to the commission, it goes to our unit. So as Centric mentioned about an inquiry, we ask the public to go online. There's an inquiry form online that they can complete, and that once it's submitted, it gets to us in a split second, and we document it. We follow up with the every party and determine if it's a case that's fallen within our jurisdiction. So anyone who may have any civil rights concerns, just visit our website, and for some reason you cannot do it online, just contact us at the phone number. So, commissioners, you have my report before you. I emailed you. So I sent you my intake report and also our report early the month, last month. And recently, a few days ago, I sent you the intake report for the month of July. The inquiries have gone up, so we have a full plate. I went over it. Human rights administrative specialist says the strongest region, which just means we have a lot of complaint comes in. And as I mentioned that we're a small staff unit. There are 5 of us in the unit. And we handle all the calls and emails and letters that comes to our commission. But we do what we can and address the needs of the community. Just to give you an idea, in the month of July, from July the 1st to July the 31st, 2026, we received a total of 207 inquiries. And of these 207 inquiries, the intake unit prepared a total of 33 complaints. These are the complaints that we prepared, drafted, and sent them to the aggrieved parties for their signatures. So I kind of just gives an idea how our staff is working. It keeps Cedric happy. As you can say that he's very happy, but we are but we work hard to deliver those complaints and file it and transfer to Cedric unit, which is the enforcement unit. So I want to acknowledge and also thank to our partner groups of the Paducah Human Rights Commission, Ms. Dawson, Chair of the Human Rights Commission, and also former Chair Robert Hernandez, for all the support that we have received from you, and also Ms. Aja Johnson. Thank you so much for the hard work that you do. As you have been there, received training that we offer. You are the ears and eyes of the Kentucky Human Rights Commission. As I mentioned, that we're only 5 individuals in the unit. It's hard for us to cover the 120 counties across the state. So your work is so vital, important to us. It helps us to educate the public and fulfill that part of the mission, is to educate the public on their rights and responsibilities. So thank you so much. Happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you. Then yeah, Cynthia Fox just kind of briefly mentioned about the Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Fame. So this year we are hosting the Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Fame. This is where we ask the public to nominate leaders in the community who have worked tirelessly to advance human rights for everyone in the state of Kentucky or in communities. And as of today, we have received 13 nominations. The time to submit nominations closed last week, at the end of June this year. We wish that we can keep the nominations open, but because of the time is coming so close, so we have to kind of cut the date and do the following steps, which right now, when we do this Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Fame, we have about 9 judges across the state from different backgrounds, and they review the bios of the nominees and they tally them. Then that information we provide to a certified accountant, public accountant, who will tally the numbers and give us the results to keep it very independent and neutral evaluation about the nominees. And from there, we decided we have a number set that decided who will be inducted, just to, again, to keep that process fair for everyone. So we will be sending you invitations, notices, what would be the Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Fame ceremony, which is already November 19th. That's the date set up in Frankfurt. But again, we'll send you more information through local news commissions, through the media. So just be on the look. And we had our first Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Kentucky Civil Rights Boot Camp. And we call it boot camp. We want to be serious here. Is to really educate our local human rights commission, and this was an all-day training. We want to make sure that our local human rights commissions are equipped, have all the information they need, knowledge to determine when an inquiry meets the jurisdiction for us to file a complaint with discrimination. As you may know, that the name itself of the Kentucky Human Rights Commission, again, it brings out phone calls. The public thinks that we can address every single problem, But the fact is that we only start to enforce the Kentucky Civil Rights laws, which is the Kentucky Civil Rights Act, KRS 344. Some figures we are limited. So while we make sure that our partner groups are informed what we can do, and also teach them how to refer cases that the agreed parties may receive help if the case is not within our jurisdiction. So Mr. Fox also mentioned about the Kentucky Human Rights Commission setting up the state fair from August 20th to the 20th. We still have some dates that we need to this is the 2 weeks and 10 days that have to be at the point. So we need the human power to staff more the time. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Are there any questions for Juan? Okay, hearing this smoothly, legally.
Good morning to those online and those in the room. My name is Colt Sells. As a proud Reedland Greyhound, I'm happy to be in Paducah this morning. Commissioners, you've got my report before you. I'd like to make one addition. Later this month, we're welcoming 2 law students from U of L who will be joining us to complete their 4-credit externships, Tashira Estelita and Bafa Kamalpour. I will let them introduce themselves at the September meeting. Again, you've got my report. I'm happy to take any questions that you have.
Any questions for Colt? Hearing none, moving on the agenda. No. In the new business, we discussed of our total meeting in Lexington. What we need to discuss, that's
I'm sorry, Chairperson. I was not able to hear you.
I was saying as it relates to business item, which the October commission meeting in London, discuss that. So what is it we need to discuss related to the meeting?
And here.
Oh, yes. It was mentioned. There was it was mentioned the possibility of the October commission meeting being held in Lexington. And I need to work with Rabbi Litvin and Commissioner Gaines to see if we can make that happen, if that's still something that the commissioners want to do. Commissioner Lincoln said he's confident we could make that happen.
I'm confident we can work to make that happen.
Okay. So we'll leave that on the schedule. Our September meeting will be on September 17th, 2020. We're meeting in Ashland, Commissioner Henry. So we're looking forward to coming to Ashland for the meeting.
Yes.
Okay. Before we adjourn, one of the commissioners or all of the commissioners were actually physically present in Paducah to express to the Paducah community our appreciation for hosting the commission and for the hospitality they've extended to each one of you. So all of you can speak, or one can speak for the whole group that's there.
Congressman Woodson, great and proud, Duke of Paducah. Thank you, thank you. No need to applaud. So we have recently committed, as you just heard, to visiting more of Kentucky with the commission. But Paducah was not a recent addition. As has been mentioned several times, it is far from our first time here. And a great deal of that is because of Paducah's role in the history of Kentucky civil rights. Cannot tell the story of fighting for civil rights in this Commonwealth without putting Paducah primarily there. And while many people only think of the two biggest cities in Kentucky when they talk about Kentucky history, we are incredibly mindful and grateful for Paducah's history in civil rights, for their continued commitment to civil rights, with the Sisters of Republic, which I'm still hoping to get a great jacket, and the members of the Human Rights Commission here, and their help with the future of ensuring civil rights in this Commonwealth. So thank you so much for having us here today. Thank you for what you've done, and thank you for what you are doing and will do in the future.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Lynn, for that. If there are no other business for this meeting, for adjournment.
Sar moved.
Is there a second?
Seconded by.
Second. All those favors signify by saying aye. Raise your hand.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned. So thank you, all of you. Thank you for Paducah for hosting us. And I'll see the commissioners in Ashland next month. Thank you all. Bye.
Cheese. All right, I got like your